Xbox has more 120 FPS games than PlayStation. Battlefield 6 will not be coming to PS4 or Xbox One. Xbox Series X outsells PS5 in Italy, and xCloud comes to iOS. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I do hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day as always. We've gained some new followers over the last few weeks now on both Twitter and here on YouTube as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for those of you who are watching this video and who are supporting my channel. It really means the world to me, and just thank you so much. Now, this might be a slightly shorter video as there isn't the most stuff going on right now, but we have some interesting topics to discuss here today, so let's get into it. So first, I want to talk about the 120 FPS support that we have here on both next-gen consoles. There appears to be quite a few more games that have 120 FPS support on the Series X over the PlayStation 5. We do have a new one to be added as well, which is Formula 1 2021. I'm not sure if this will be 120 FPS on PlayStation, but this one is definitely 120 on Xbox, which is fantastic. The more games we get at this frame rate, the better. So I have a few screenshots here with the list of games that have 120 FPS support on both Xbox and PlayStation. It seems we have 34 games that support 120 FPS on Xbox, so 35 if we include Formula 1 2021 as well, which isn't on the list, and on PlayStation so far we only have 12, or 13 if F1 is supported on the PlayStation. So this is a huge difference here. There's really a ton more games that show that there's this 120 FPS support here on Xbox. So I mean, there's clearly a big reason for this. I mean, double the games are 120 FPS on Xbox than they are on PlayStation. So it must be a power thing. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, the Xbox is a more powerful system. Could this be the reason that there are that many more 120 FPS supported games on the Xbox? Or is it that just people on Xbox are more inclined to use that kind of feature? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So the PlayStation 5 has been the fastest selling console in US history. So that's pretty cool. So massive congratulations to Sony on that. But as we are an Xbox channel, I want to mention that Xbox was the best selling console in Italy. So that's great news to hear. I know it's not on the same scale as US, but at the same time, it's fantastic to see that Xbox has dominated some markets, and there isn't just Italy, there are others as well. I honestly think this time around, Xbox is competing more than it ever has before, which is absolutely fantastic news, especially with Xbox All Access now as well, making both the Series S and X more available in financial terms. And with Game Pass bundled along as well, this is one of the best values you can get in console gaming. Which leads me on to my next bit of news here today, an article written by Tech Radar titled PS5 isn't good value compared to Xbox Series X and I'm sick of it. The article goes into great detail talking about the value of both systems. It points out there are more 120 FPS games available on the Xbox Series X. It talks about how PlayStation Now is more expensive than Game Pass and how it doesn't even offer quarter of the games that Game Pass does. At the end, it also goes on to talk about how Sony needs to do more to satisfy users who have made their decisions to pick up a PlayStation 5, and not just to try to tempt new users in or away from the competition with one or two high-profile games. Now, this is the thing this time around. Xbox has hit back hard from last generation with more studios than ever and more games in development. And on top of this, a fantastic subscription service and the world's most powerful console. There's just no beating them at this time. I just can't wait to see all the games that are in the works for Xbox right now. Just a bit of news that's just come in at the time of recording this video as well. Actually, the decision last week that happened to close the PS3 and PS Vita stores, meaning that once that goes offline, you won't be able to get any new games. That has just been reversed due to people complaining. So that is fantastic. We know that Microsoft went back on their decision to increase the Xbox Live Gold decision that they were going to make, and now PlayStation have, or Sony have actually gone back on the decision to potentially close the stores. Now you can still buy games on those stores. So that is fantastic news. So yeah, you'll be able to continue to buy PlayStation 3 and Vita games on the stores, which is awesome. So they will not be being closed most, which is fantastic news. Then we're going to go on to some Battlefield 6 news here today, and this is something that I'm actually kind of happy about, but I also feel sorry for the people who love this franchise but haven't managed to get their hands on a next-gen console or just simply can't afford one at this time. So Battlefield 6 might not be coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One generation of consoles, and this comes from a well-known leaker called Tom Henderson, who has previously leaked information about the futuristic setting of Battlefield 6. His tweet read, "In other news, I still have yet to hear anything concrete that Battlefield will come to past-gen consoles. Theory, it indicates to me that it probably won't, and the biggest reason Battlefield will come to Xbox Game Pass on day one is to boost player numbers." So nothing is confirmed. He's just said that he hasn't heard anything that says it is coming, but he also hasn't heard anything that says it isn't. But in my opinion, I almost don't want it to. The reason for this is because I'd like this game to be so graphically intensive that it couldn't physically run on the previous generation of consoles and couldn't even be downgraded to be scaled to those consoles. Not to spite the players who are still on those consoles by any means, because I love the Xbox One generation, but this is just to squeeze as much power and graphics, and we can really see the PlayStation 5 and the Series X and the Series S for that matter play these absolutely incredible looking games and be pushed to their max, especially seeing the features like full RDNA 2 in use and velocity architecture and the feature set that the Xbox has. The day we see these features come into play, I think the world will be shocked. No one fully understands what the Series X is capable of until they see the power that's been leveraged fully, and I strongly believe this is where we will see a significant gap between the two next-gen systems. Just to say quickly guys, if you're this far through the video, I want you to comment down below saying Xbox Series X is the best console ever and I just want it to give me a kiss. If I see these down below, I will favorite them all and it'll show that you've watched this video through this far. So a quick bit of news here. As of Tuesday this week, Microsoft is testing the web version of xCloud, which will be available to iOS users as well via Google Chrome. So this is fantastic news. I've been waiting for this personally for ages now. So they've had a select few people sign up, and these people are testing this as we speak. So it shouldn't be long now at all until we get the millions and millions more people on the platform from the iOS and also the PC market. Picture you haven't got an Xbox Series S, you've got a crappy a Windows Chrome computer or whatever that doesn't have any native GPU or anything inside it, but you want to start gaming. You go out, you've got your laptop, you buy an Xbox controller, plug that in, you can stream all these fantastic games to any laptop providing it has a Chrome browser. And yes, that includes Mac as well with a Chrome browser. And currently as an iPhone user, I'm looking forward to be able to take these games wherever I go. So at lunchtime when I'm not doing scripts for these videos or whatever, or working on videos, I can get my phone out, my iPhone, plug the controller in or whatever, and I can stream some of these fantastic Game Pass games, continue where I left off on the Game Pass games, and just enjoy these games during my lunch break, or if I'm at my girlfriend's at the weekend and I've got a bit of spare time, I can just play some of these absolutely incredible games on the go wherever I am, and it's just fantastic. I'm so glad to see that they've finally been bringing this to iOS. So there isn't a lot more for me to say here today, but I want to bring up this game I've been playing lately, which combines into why I'm in love with the Xbox brand and Xbox Game Pass in itself. So I played Nier Automata for the first time last week, and I fell in love with this game. It is one of the best games I have played in such a long time, and I've had a blast playing it. Now, I would have never ever have played this game if it wasn't for Game Pass. I've never ever heard of it before, let alone committed paying for a game like this. But I went on Game Pass, saw it, downloaded it, and decided to give it a go, and it's one of the best things I've played in a long time. This is why Game Pass is so good. It gives you the ability to trial games, and then if you love it, you can just keep playing and finish the game. I just find it amazing that the only reason that I played this franchise and now love this franchise is because of Xbox. Without Xbox, I wouldn't have played this and wouldn't have found this game ever. Like, literally, this has given me an eye-opening to so many new games. This is just one that has been great. It's worked out really well for me. I've enjoyed it, and I can now look forward to the second game that comes out, and fingers crossed maybe one day that'll come to Game Pass as well. But if you haven't played this game, guys, it's Nier Automata. I can't recommend it enough. It's fantastic. You get to play through so many different endings, and it's just a great game all around. And if you do love it as well, there's the second game, which is a prequel that it looks that is coming out very, very soon, and I can't wait to get my hands on that. There's actually been an extra content trailer recently for Nier Replicant as well, so be sure to check that out. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. I know it was slightly shorter than usual, but I still hope you have enjoyed it. I've gained quite a few new followers recently, as I mentioned at the start of this video, and I just want to thank you all for being here, supporting me, watching my videos, and enjoying what I'm doing. So please do consider leaving a like and subscribing for more. Thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye for now.